Hi, my name's Elaine Ross. I'm the Global Brand Director for Aquila Power Catamarans. We're here in beautiful Miami, Florida at the 2025 Miami International Boat Show. Behind me here is our brand new 42 Coupe, which is debuting here at the Miami Boat Show, along with our 46 Coupe. At the Aquila display, we've got a total of 9 models I'm very excited about. We also have the brand new 50 yacht, which unveiled at Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. So if you're in the area, please come down, visit us at the Miami Boat Show. We've got a ton of staff here from local MarineMax resources to help you out with sales, as well as a ton of our international dealers. But before I get into all of that, we're going to step on board the 42 Coupe and take a quick tour. So as we step on board here, you'll see the aft platform. We've got our integrated swim bladder below here, which pulls out, big beefy stainless steel handrails, teak steps. So really nice attribute to have on your transom as you're heading over to the Bahamas or any of your local swimming spots. Forward of that, you'll see we've got 2 seats. This boat, as we step on, also has been optioned up to the tilt, so some of these can be decontented on the boat, so you can play around with your design as you see fit for your boating lifestyle. But you've got a big sun lounger here. We're getting ready to put on the backrest. A seat there. This boat's been equipped with a module which has got a refrigerator and a trash bin or rubbish bin, but you can replace this with a seat if you would like. Also above me as an additional option is a make fast sunshade system, so really nice to have obviously here when you're in the sun. This boat is also powered standard as 2 Mercury V10 400s, and then you also have an inboard option which is your Volvo 400 DPIs. Again, this boat has phenomenal performance, and part of that reasoning is we have a standard foil, carbon fiber foil system that is both installed on the 42 Coupe as well as the 46 Coupe. There is an option if you are unsure or your boating lifestyle, you don't want the foil, you can have it deleted. But both models do come standard with the carbon fiber foil system. And again, that's a huge benefit when it comes to the performance of your boat, efficiency, range, just a lot of benefit from having a foil on board the system, on board the boat. Again, you've got 2 shore power connections, 230 amp on here, plug-ins. You've got a big mechanical locker in both your port and starboard sponsons. Forward of me, obviously, you see we're walking into the galley salon area. So everything, this is a fully enclosed coupe style boat, so you can really extend your boating lifestyle if you're down here in the tropics and in Florida, heading over to the Bahamas or the Caribbean, or if you're up north or in the Pacific Northwest, or in colder parts of Europe or other parts of the world. You can really extend your boating season in here, fully climate controlled, just really exceptional. Full-size galley. As we move our way into the salon, we've got a nice L-shaped settee, so plenty of seating in here for everyone on board. This is a high-low table, which is an option again. It does come with a filler cushion, so if you do have overflow sleeping needs, this does lower down electronically, and then there's a filler cushion, so you have additional sleeping quarters here. To the starboard side, or my left, you've got a microwave, a 2-burner induction cooktop, a sink, storage, large refrigerator here, pull-out refrigerator. You have lots of storage up above, so plenty of storage, and one thing we really focus on here at Aquila. You also, to port and starboard, you have additional locations or lockers into your mechanical lockers, or access into your mechanical lockers, I should say. Center one is dedicated to your electrical and battery systems. So this boat has been optioned up with the lithium ion, which gives you a little bit more juice while you're away at anchor and you're not needing to run the generator. So just nice benefit to have in lieu of AGM. Batteries just extend your power options a little bit. But again, you also have the option to add a generator into your build, so if you are going to be away on the anchor for a while, definitely great to have the generator on board. So L-shaped galley area, really nice cooktop area. We also have a drop-down TV up here that lowers down, so a great vantage or viewpoint from your L-shaped settee here. And then above me here is a huge sunroof. It slides all the way back. So you have great ventilation in here. You also have your side windows on both port and starboard that you can open up. And then where the magic happens as we face forward, you're going to see an all-new redesigned cockpit, or helm station area from Aquila. So you've got beautiful bucket seats. You've got first in the world with Aquila, the new Goosey electronic steering wheel, so you have a lot of boat functions that you can actually use the paddles for, very similar to your cars or Formula One cars. So very cool. Do a lot of stuff without taking your eyes down when you're steering or at the helm and you're operating the boat, which is a great safety feature. You have two large 19-inch displays here, and on top of that you've got your joystick integrated with your bow thruster system, so you can operate your engines as well as your bow thruster through your joystick, and then your standard VHF and additional controls. The boat is managed through the C-Zone system, so that's essentially the brains of the boat. Excuse me, I'm fighting a little bit of a cold, so I apologize if I cough. But yeah, C-Zone is the brains of the boat, very simple to operate, great feature to have on board the Aquilas. Down below me here, we have our access or switch panel for our battery, shore power, as well as some of our circuits that we can plug or turn on or off, whether you want to dead ship the boat or put it into storage mode. The cabins are essentially identical on the 42. The port cabin is a little bit bigger. You get a little bit bigger of a head. And then on the starboard side, it's essentially a mirror image of what's on the port side. Just the head is a little bit smaller on the starboard side. So we consider the port side obviously to be the primary cabin on the 42, and your guest cabin will be on the starboard side. So we can walk forward to the bow. You've got a very, very nice seat here, chaise lounger that faces forward. And then you'll see a lot of the attention to detail that Aquila has really put in. So this boat lit up at night is absolutely fantastic. They look like spaceships on the inside. And you've got all this tray ceiling panels in here and the hidden LEDs. So it really gives it a super cool vibe when you step on board in the evenings. As we walk through here to the bow, you're going to see this very large weathertight or waterproof door lowers down. You have a lower door here, so when you are running on planing speeds, you will have the upper portion of the door lowered down, but you can leave this open and get a very nice breeze and pass through to be able to get to the bow while you're still operating the boat. But moving forward, you've got 4 beautiful seats up here, bow seats, so plenty of room up here. You've got storage below underneath for your lockers, tons of cup holders, speakers. You've got access to your ground tackle, your windlass system, excuse me, and then additional storage to port and starboard also to throw your fenders and dock lines into. But again, very, very well laid out boat. Additionally, it's hard to see from the side, so I'm just going to demonstrate it quickly. But on the coupes, on both the 42 coupe and the 46 coupe, you can actually walk down the gunnel. There's an integrated handrail, so I'll just demonstrate that where the handrail is. So if you do need to walk aft to the boat or aft to bow, you can certainly do that to manage your dock lines. So you step up here onto the coaming, and then the integrated handrail is right here. And it runs all the way from midship all the way back to the aft. And there's a step further down in the aft that you can do the same thing. So very simple to get up here. You got a great handheld. And you can jump up onto the flybridge or not the flybridge, onto the hardtop if you need to. The boat, although it's not shown right now, also does come with a sunshade up here. So you've got carbon fiber poles that go in, give very nice shade up here in the bow area. So we'll move down. I'll take you down into the starboard cabin, or excuse me, port side cabin, the primary cabin, and take a look at that and give you a quick walkthrough. Underneath me, as we're walking our way to the aft, you're going to see some deck hatches here. So these 2 midship ones are both for storage. So as you're doing your travels, chartering around, you can see that you've got tons of storage in here to throw your non-perishables, waters, and food and whatnot you want to store in there. But again, something really Aquila focuses on is making sure that you've got a plethora of storage. So we're going to walk down into the port cabin, primary cabin. I'm going to take my sunglasses off, so don't need them in here. But forward, you can see you've got modified queen size bed. Again, we're in a cat, so Both sides, both hulls, the port and starboard side, are identical in the 42 coupe. So very nice seating in here. You can see some of the nice accent LEDs that they've incorporated into both cabins. And then just behind me, towards the aft side of the boat, you've got a full dry head in here, so full stand-up shower, toilet, which is pretty incredible to have on a 42 coupe. So nice teak integrated flooring in there for your shower. Just very well laid out. You've got plenty of room in there. Nice mirrors that fold out. Again, you've got climate control that's throughout the boat. So in your salon, you've got 2 units, and then each cabin have their own dedicated unit. In terms of boat specifics on the 42 coupe, the beam on her is 15 foot 11, so let's just call it just under 16 feet. She's 42 foot 10 length overall. And then your power options, again, standard come with the Mercury 400 V10s, and your option for inboard engines is a Volvo DPI 400s. We're getting ready to, right after the Miami International Boat Show, we are taking these boats over to the Bahamas for a very cool photo shoot. So we're going to be having a lot more information to share with you very soon, so keep an eye out for that. But we're going to step off now, and we're going to go take a look at the 46 coupe. And again, thanks for joining me on the 42 coupe, and we look forward to seeing you here in Miami. Hi, my name is Elaine Ross, Global Brand Director for Aquila Power Catamarans. So thanks again for joining me. Behind me, we've got the all-new 46 coupe, debuting for the first time globally here at the Miami International Boat Show. What an amazing boat between the 42 coupe and the 46 coupe. So we're going to step on board. I'm going to give you a couple quick highlights of the boat as we walk our way through her. But just to start off, hanging off the back, you'll see 2 Mercury V12 600s. This is a standard power package that comes on board with the boat, or you can take the option to go inboard version with the Volvo DPI 440s. Potentially, we're looking at additional engine options with Volvo on the DPI for the 46 coupe. But right now, I can tell you between the 42 coupe and the 46 coupe, they just arrived 2 weeks ago, and we ran them around from Clearwater over here to the Miami Boat Show over 3 days. What an amazing experience on these 2 boats running them. They come standard with the foil, same with the 46 coupe, so big carbon fiber foil about midship on it. So that really improves your range and efficiency on board, as well as the feeling on board. It really lifts you, elevates you out the water. We keep it very simple. You don't have to push any buttons. It's all governed off of your speed. Wide open on the 46, we're at about 48, 49 miles per hour. Cruising all day long, anywhere from 30 to 40, 42 miles an hour. So just incredible efficiency and range on board these boats. But please join me as we step on board. Again, you'll see, similar to the 42 coupe, you've got your large integrated swim ladder in the aft. If I can get it open. So big pulls out aft and then lowers down. Big handrails on the top, so very easy to use. You also see this really cool little collapsible davit system. So the aft of the boat has actually been made to handle a Sea-Doo Spark or a small rib if you're inclined. So a very cool little system that will actually pick the Sea-Doo Spark up or a rib and place it on your aft platform. To my left, or to the port side, you've got a large sun lounger, again also on the starboard side. We're going to be installing the backrests very soon, but again, they just arrived off the ship 2 weeks ago, so we have been frantically moving to get these boats ready for Miami. But what an incredible job the team has done. Big shout out to the commissioning team from Aquila to get these boats ready for Miami on such short notice. Beam on this boat, 1711, so just a smidge under 18 foot. Length overall, 47 foot 4 inches with your engines down. All the way down. Draft on board her with the outboards is 3 foot, 3'9". So that's with the outboards in the engines all the way down position. When you raise the engines up, your draft is still 3'7" with the foil. So when your engines are down, you're typically going to run this boat with the engines down at slow speeds when you're coming into the sandbar to the island to do any beach or shallow water anchoring or maneuvering. So very shallow draft on board these boats. You can get into pretty much anywhere in the Bahamas or wherever you're doing your boating in Australia or wherever. Again, the big benefit with the coupes is they're really going to extend your boating season, whether you're in hot climates such as us in Florida or the Caribbean or the Americas. But again, if you're up north in the Pacific Northwest or in Europe where you have a little bit more colder climate, big benefit of having a coupe is you can really run these boats in all conditions, whether it's cold or hot. To the starboard or my left-hand side as I'm facing, we've got Kenyon's latest signature grill, induction grill. And below that, you have an option to add also your refrigerator. The mechanical locker in here with the outboards is obviously very large. When you go with the Volvo DPIs, your mechanical locker obviously gets a little bit smaller with the bigger engines down below, but you can just see the sheer size of that and what a phenomenal job the team at Aquila has done in labeling everything. Everything's laid out very purposely in both the port and starboard mechanical lockers. Where they've really excelled is just overall in the design, and as we step on board or into the interior of the boat, big difference on the 46 coupe. You've got this beautiful, which carries down from our yacht series, but you've got this beautiful bar top area. The window lifts up, your bar top folds over, and you've got 3 bar stools. So bringing the outside into the boat or the inside out, you really have a great functionality from an entertainment space as well as social zone spaces throughout the boat. Right here you've got a nice sink, you've got storage throughout, down below here and above you've got a microwave here, additional storage aft, and then you've got a nice built-in refrigerator here as well as the one on the aft deck. So great use of space. Again, you have a L-shaped settee. The table is a high-low table, so this actually, you'll see there's a lip here. This actually recesses down into the floor so that you can really maximize the space in the salon here. And when you're sitting at the seat and you have everything down and you're just socializing, you have that aft view, it's impeccable. Sound in here and lighting, Aquila's really paid a lot of attention to that. So the mood lighting and just having that general experience on board, whether you're in party mode or just social, nice sunset cruise, it's a phenomenal boat to have guests and family members on board and go out on the water. Above me to the left, as we move our way forward, you're going to see we have a drop-down TV similar to on the 42 that faces aft, so you have an excellent viewpoint from the aft of the boat to catch your games. You've got your bucket seats, 3 bucket seats here for your captain and then your 2 guests on board. Walking behind me now, you've got a large work surface area, so very useful area up here to entertain or prep your dinners or drinks. And I'm just going to take my sunglasses off so I can see better. And above me here, it's very similar to the 42 coupe. We've got a large sunroof that opens up, closes. It is weather tight. So bringing that outside air as you're moving in is really great. You've got your large pass-through door, again, electrically actuated. You can lower it down when you're up on planing speeds. When you're running at slow speeds, you can have it open. The lower portion of the door is a pass-through door, so it does close or open while you're underway at both slow speeds or planing speeds. And that way you can get a really nice breeze coming through the boat depending on your weather. To my left or to the starboard side, you've got your primary helm station. You've got 2 large MFDs. You've got a zip wake system. Again, the bow thruster is integrated into the joystick. You've got your Mercury throttle controls, VHF handheld. So very, very ergonomically placed. One thing that Aquila is also very proud of on the new coupe, so we've got this new functionality, functioning steering wheel, which is very cool because you have a lot of paddles through here. You can control your entertainment system. So on board this 46 coupe, we've got the Fusion entertainment system. So You can do everything through the paddles here, so you can keep your eyes on the water while you're underway, or you have your redundant systems through C-Zone as well as your manual controls through the head unit. So just very well laid out. You do have your 2 windows to port and starboard that you can also open up for additional ventilation if you are not running your air conditioning or your heat system. As we move forward a little bit, on the port side, we've got our guest cabin, and then on the starboard side, we've got our primary cabin. But before we walk down into our cabins, we're going to go up to the bow, and then we'll do a reverse and come back down and take a look at the guest cabin and then the primary cabin. So as we move forward, you can see plenty of headroom, big beefy system on here to control the door, but you've got seating for 4 up here. You've got a folding table, you have storage lockers to port and starboard, and you've got access to your ground tackle system. Again, you can walk down the sides or the gunnels of the boat on both port and starboard with the integrated handrail. Very similar to the 42 on how you access it. Just jump up here, walk back, and then you've got a very secure handheld here. So very good wide. So plenty, don't suggest doing it in socks like I am, but we are here at the boat show, so please forgive me for being in socks. But yeah, just a very, very great setup here. You can see when we're sitting in here, I'm 5'9", and I probably have a good 6-8 inches at my feet. So plenty of room in here for taller folks. You're also very sunken down, so from a safety feature standpoint, if you've got little ones, it's very, very secure in here. You've got handhelds, you've got cup holders in the armrests, additional cup holders down here. So Aquila's done a phenomenal job in designing this boat. Very, very comfortable for everyone on board. So join me as we walk back. We're going to take a look at the guest bedroom or cabin first, and then we'll take a look at the primary cabin. So walking down here into the port cabin, or excuse me, port cabin. This is what we consider the guest cabin. So you've got a queen size bed, modified queen size bed, faces forward, and then to the aft of the boat, you've got a full size dry shower in there. So done very nice. You got a single vestibule sink, mirrors, stand-up shower, so no longer a wet shower. So very yacht-like, very yacht feel in here. You also have the option to add carpet into the boat. You've got hanging lockers here, storage drawers down below, bookshelf, and then you also have additional storage down below the bed. And you can also pick up the mattress, and you've got additional storage in there. So again, something Aquila really focuses on is the storage on board, because we know our owners use the boat, and typical Aquila owner is always running around on their boat going on trips. So that's what we tend to focus on, is the longevity of the boat and making sure our owners have plenty of storage capacity. So we're going to step cross beam right now into the starboard side, and we're going to take a look at the primary cabin. So as you come down the stairs, you've got a set of 4 stairs that takes you down. Again, we are in a catamaran, so your cabins are going to be separated because you obviously have a tunnel running down the middle of the boat. But as you step into the primary cabin, you'll see that you've got a large modified king-size bed here, but also facing outward, so you have a beautiful view. Big bed, lots of storage. You've got your controls for your air conditioning very close by. You've got cooktop, excuse me. You've got induction chargers, so you can very easy charge your phones or your iPads over the induction pucks. Something I didn't show you on the other side, but this is the same on the 42 Coupe as well as the 46 Coupe. So when you do need privacy, you can close this door and slide the hatch closed. And there's also a lock there, so you can lock it for privacy. So very simple to use, gives you very nice privacy while you're on board. And then stepping to my aft, we step into the primary head, which has got a single vestibule sink. Again, you've got mirrors, toilet nicely positioned. I'm 5'9", so it gives you a good experience of how much headroom you have. So if you're 6 foot, you're still going to have plenty of headroom in here. You've got very large hanging lockers, excuse me, behind the door and below. So lots of places to put your belongings. You also have additional storage underneath your bed, just like you did on the port side. So we're going to step on up and take a look at a few other items on board the 46 Coupe. Now, as you can see, as we pan around with the camera, you've got an impeccable view, almost 360, except for this little cubby here, but just a phenomenal vantage point when you're at the helm, or if you're sitting on board and entertaining guests or family members. Just it's a very yacht feeling boat while you're on here, and I can't speak enough about the performance of both coupes, the 42 Coupe and the 46 Coupe. I think Aquila has really hit this out of the ballpark. So we're very excited to be debuting both 42 Coupe and the 46 Coupe here at Miami. So again, if you're in Miami and you're coming down to the boat show, please come visit Aquila at the end of Dock B. Next to the Gosling's Bar, you'll find us here. We've got 9 models at our display. We also have the 47 Molokai that we're running sea trials on at Venetian Marina. So please, yeah, come on down. We've got a huge contingent from MarineMax to help you if you're a U.S. client, to help you with sales or pricing. And if you're an international client, please come down. We also have a very large contingent of our international dealers from all over the world, from Australia to the Middle East to Europe. So we've really brought a big team to assist you in every facet of your boat needs and what you're looking for. So thank you for spending some time with us on board the 42 Coupe and the 46 Coupe. Again, if you'd like to learn more, you can also visit us at aquilaboats.com or visit your local MarineMax dealer if you're in the U.S., or if you're an international client, please visit your local international Aquila dealer. Thanks again. Look forward to seeing you on the water.